Hello, Mike. This is a revisiting of that left lens. If you look at your design, the design showing right now is your current lens shown in the 280 view. And if you look at from that lower right view down there, if you look at the center of the cone, it places in somewhere around 4 millimeters or so. And if you look at your current design at about 4, you're right at around 87 micron clearance there. And so the easiest way to raise that up is to click down on the blue dot. And if you do that, it'll just kind of arbitrarily give it about 5 or 6 clicks here. You'll notice now that if you go to that same spot at about 4 or so, you'll notice that now you're up at about 110. So if that lens is fitting reasonably well to start, that may be the simplest way to get a little more clearance over that cone. Keep in mind you may have, when you look at this fit, it's not completely important to smooth out the back surface of that lens. It is a keratoconus lens. Mainly you want to look at how that lens lands on the limbal near scleral area, as well as how much clearance you have in the central part. You're going to have some areas of touch, but you want to just minimize those to maintain a physiologically comfortable fit. Another way to approach that, if you do take your OZ and you try to place it outside the cone, and you see down here putting it outside would put it at somewhere around 620 or so. Now if you go back and look at the central the touch at the top of that cone, if we go back over here at about 4, now you've lost some clearance. Now you're down in the right around the 70 range. And the same note, if we take that same design and we go back to about 5, 5 will put you a little closer to the center of that cone. So you set yourself at about 5 with the red dot, and now if you go back over to 4 millimeters, you'll find once again now you've raised that clearance up to about 100 or so. So there's a couple ways to move that. It's not critically important where you place it. Just rule of thumb, sending it somewhere around the middle of that cone is a reasonable place to put it. Don't get too caught up on trying to smooth out that back surface. Really what you want to concentrate on is how that lens lands out in the periphery. Keeping in mind the topography only, we don't have topographical data for the scleral area, so that area is strictly extrapolated by wave, trying to make its best estimate. Unfortunately, because the cone is down there in the bottom, there's going to be a little bit of an error to some degree in the estimation by that wave makes. So most of the final adjustments you're going to have to make based on your clinical impression. So if your lens is fitting reasonably well overall, you may have to go by quadrant and adjust this landing area manually. So I hope that helps you out a little bit. Hopefully you're making some better progress on this lens. I wish you well, and thanks for contacting Wave. Have a great day.